Hello everyone, welcome to the first week of our Tarot Solitary Oracle Challenge as a tarot community. As an oracle community as well, since I do love working with both forms of card decks, and I encourage you all to explore and work with this month the deck that you feel the most connected to or excited to work with at this time for the purpose of this undertaking together. So you really want a deck that's going to support you in this process, and it's my hope that you've already chosen the deck that you want to work with and gotten a journal together or pulled out your day-to-day journal that you want to be recording some of our experiences together with, personally and then also together with. If you haven't been able to do that, then I would say take today, January 1st, to really decide about which deck it is that you want to work with, and also getting a journal together to do that. So my intention for us this week is to be doing a daily draw every day. So this could be first thing in the morning, it might be throughout your day whenever you have time, and it could also be in the evening before you go to sleep, drawing a card for yourself. The intention for drawing this daily card isn't really a focus on divination or what will happen throughout my day, but rather how can I experience this day the most connected to my divine self, my higher self, and the group of energies that I work with in this daily life. So this daily draw, which we'll be doing one of every day for January, is really going to be more about a message or an encouragement that's going to help us deepen our understanding of our current physical experience throughout the day. So this isn't something that you want to just draw the card and look up the meaning for and then go about your day. This is something that I encourage you to draw the card, sit with it for a moment, and then pull out your journal. Write down your immediate feelings looking at the card. What message do you think that Spirit or the universe or your higher self is trying to give you for this day? What is the message that you can take with you throughout the day? What lens do you want to put on to view the world and every single experience that you go through the day with? If you're drawing this card at night, then you'll be looking at how this will impact your night's sleep, but also then the day ahead that you're going to be, going about doing your usual things. So you're going to want a journal to be able to write those things down, or some kind of device to record yourself talking about this if you don't like to write. Then go ahead and open up your guidebook or the handbook that you're choosing to use with your deck and see what the message is that the author or creator of the deck has given you for this day. So what's coming up in the given meanings that come along with your guidebook or your little white book or your handbook? What is it that they have to say about this card? How does it align with your intuitive understanding of the card for yourself this day? And what are you understanding or reading about in the guidebook that you didn't necessarily take into account or experience when you were looking at the card? Do you feel like this is something perhaps that you've been avoiding, or is this something that you feel really doesn't apply to today? So really sit with the guidebook and your personal intuitive understanding and journal about both of those things. So I'm going to encourage you to give yourself at least 5 to 10 minutes with your card, either in the morning, throughout the day, or at night, to just really journal about what you're getting from the card itself. What is the image portraying, and how does it make you feel when you look at this image? What are the symbols that stick out to you? This daily draw is really going to help us to sit back and get very grounded and connected with our spiritual selves, and also to our authentic self, which is one and the same, but really feeling that connection to the higher self, to the universe, to spirit, however you choose to look at that, and understanding that we always have that connection. So this is giving us time each day to really connect in and feel that. And if you have the time, allow yourself a few moments to meditate, and perhaps it's a few minutes, maybe it's half an hour that you can give yourself to meditate with that card image for the day. This is a great time to do a path working if you have time for that. Step into the card. What experience do you have when you step into the card image? What do you pull back from that experience? What did you feel? What messages were you given? What understandings did you have? What symbols did you experience? And how did it feel to experience them in a tangible 3D way? So you are encouraged throughout this challenge every day to do a daily draw or an evening draw or an afternoon draw, if that's what it needs to be, and to really sit down and do journaling with that card image while you have your cup of coffee or tea. And then if you have time, meditate with that card image through pathworking. Really step into the card image itself and journal that experience. Journal that dialogue. And allow yourself to really sit with what that experience has been for you. Don't rush through this process. Really, really sit with this. Sometimes it's the simple things like daily draws that we don't really want to do that have the most impact on our spiritual practice. And the intention of this challenge is really to encourage us to grow on our spiritual path, and that the card deck itself can help us on that journey, instead of just being for divination or just being for whatever else we typically use our deck for. So daily draws are going to be an integral part of this monthly challenge, and it's something that I will encourage you to do every day. If that feels like too much, maybe you could do it 5 days out of 7. And I really encourage you to practice this, doing this every day, and really journaling the experience for yourself. So this is going to be a part of what we do every day for the first week of this monthly challenge, which starts January 1st. And the other thing that I'm going to encourage you to do is to choose one day this week to do a healing exercise with your card deck. So if you're using an oracle deck, you might find that there's a healing exercise that's included with each card image. Or perhaps there's a healing exercise in the introduction or the conclusion to the guidebook that's giving you something that feels like it would be really good for you to do right now, like it would feel really good to step into. Or perhaps if you're working with a tarot deck and there isn't a healing exercise that's included, you could choose that the exercise this week for you is going to be an in-depth path working. So really giving yourself a lot of time to do a serious path working with a deck, with a card image of your choosing. So one day out of this week, I'm going to encourage you to set aside a nice chunk of time to do at least one healing exercise with one of your deck cards, whether that's an oracle deck or a tarot deck. So really give yourself the time to take the healing journey, whatever it might be, whether it's path working or a guided meditation or guided exercise, and then journal about that experience. How did it feel? What did you feel yourself release? What did you feel yourself really resistant to or wanting to cling on to and not let go of? How was the experience for you? What did you love? What was meaningful? What are you definitely going to use again from that exercise? And what do you not want to take forward with you? What didn't work about the healing exercise if you're choosing to use a guided meditation for this process? So really allow yourself time to journal about the experience and about what it brought up for you, what you released, what you were resistant to releasing, and how it felt to be plugged into your higher self for that experience. So that's going to be one day this week. I'm going to highly encourage you to give yourself this time. Even if it has to be in the evening after the kids have gone to bed and it's just half an hour, I'm going to strongly encourage you to give yourself that half an hour to do this exercise. So for the first week in January, every day we're going to be doing a daily draw. And then one day out of our first week, we're going to allow ourselves and give ourselves the gift of a healing exercise using one of our cards in either our oracle deck or our tarot deck. The other thing that I would encourage you to do if you feel drawn to is to sleep with your deck under your pillow. See how that feels. Explore if that amps up your energy and your connection with your deck, or if it's something that just doesn't work for you, and journal about that experience. So for the first week in January, let's try sleeping with our deck. What does it feel like to have the deck under the pillow? What is the experience with the deck when you are spending time with it in the dream time? So that will be kind of a fun exercise that we can do for the first week. And it's, again, something that I will encourage you to journal about. But this week, we're really getting into the routine of drawing a card every day and journaling about working with that card. And we're also stepping into doing healing work for ourselves with a card as well, and giving ourselves the gift of that time. So I hope that you all enjoy this week as much as I do. Again, please share your experience with me and everyone else, either here on the YouTube channel or on my Facebook page, which is Artist Owl Moon. I'm so excited to be doing this with you, and I hope that you all find that it deepens your connection as a solitary experience working with your deck, not just working with the deck for other people. So I am sending you all many blessings, and I will talk to you all soon. See you in the next video. Bye.